Thanks to the supporters of channel member Robert Bannerman. Boys and girls, we are top of the league with 8 games to go, and we've got back-to-back matches against teams fighting with us for this automatic promotion spot. We can't mess it up from here, surely. Hello and welcome to part 74 of Bourne in the USA. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have games against San Diego Gauchos and the Maryland Bobcats, both in the league. You can see San Diego are down in 5th place, 6 points behind us. Maryland are 2 points behind us, down in 3rd place. We still have Carolina to play in tomorrow's episode at the end of the season as well. Since you're last with me, we've done 3 straight wins in the league, which is why we are now top of the league. So there's your extra look at the league table. We are suffering a little bit with injuries, though. Most notably, Kevin Johnson is going to be out for most of the rest of the season. He's got a poorly leg, so he's not going to be able to play. But we have accumulated a few injuries. James Anderson, who just yesterday was the answer to all our left-back problems, has torn his hamstring, and he's out for the rest of the season. Sebwe, who came in at Christmas, is out for the rest of the season. Both Johnsons are out. Johnston and Johnson, both injured. Huyan's only just recovering from injury as well. Injuries. I don't remember having injuries like this when we were training part-time. Now we're training every day and breaking everyone. So this is the team that we're putting out there to face San Diego. It's a little bit makeshift, but luckily we've actually got some strength in depth for the first time really in the entire save. So it's not as much of a disaster as that many injuries to key players would have been a year ago even. So we're going with Southern in goal, a back four of Llewellyn, Morgan, Vinicius and Parmenta, Wallace and Gomez in midfield, Severs on the left-hand side, Huyan on the right, and then Takada and Webb up front. Fordyce has actually left the club, which is why he's not able to come in on that left-hand side, who was the guy in possession before Chris Johnson came along and then got injured. I guess the other option would be Jorge Hernandez, get him back involved somehow. There you go. You can see that Hernandez played the last game because Huyan was injured. So Hernandez started the game on the right-hand side in the previous match, but I guess Hernandez could just as easily play out on the left. He's a left footer. We've seen him only ever be able to use his left foot for years, so you'd think he could probably be a left winger, but he's been here nearly 10 years. I don't think we've ever played him on the left-hand side. He's played very occasionally on that right-hand side, and you all always get very upset about it whenever I play him out there. Right, it's a corner to San Diego. Vinicius heads clear. And now Huyan with the chance for the counter-attack. 2-on-2 here. If he can get past that man or play a pass like that, we might be in. Webb's running it very wide, though, and it's a little bit wasteful from Webb, and that's his one chance that he gets before Hernandez comes in up front alongside Takada, because that was poor from Webb. He did score in, I think it was either the last game or the game before. He scored very recently in one of these victories, which is why he's got the nod over Hernandez as a striker for us today. But if he does anything else that useless, Jorge Hernandez is going to be back in for the rest of the season. And I imagine he'll score 15 goals in 8 games, and everyone will tell me how wrong I was and how easy everything would have been if I'd have just played him all along. Half-time, 0-0. We are still top of the league, so presumably the teams around us also not winning, because we didn't have much in the way of a gap at the top of the league. But it is crucial, really, if we're going to get this automatic promotion spot, that we win these games today. I know they're 2 difficult games. Ordinarily, we'd be happy to come here and pick up a draw. I don't think coming and picking up a draw is going to be enough. So we do need to shake ourselves up a little bit in this second half, especially now we're behind. Right, desperate times, desperate measures, all that stuff. Jay Grant's not really fit, but he's coming on the left-hand side, and Jorge Hernandez is coming on up front. We're putting him in his traditional poacher role. He's only a 1-star player now in this team, but he's getting up there, and Grant is going to be there as an inside forward. And it's quite early to make 2 big substitutions, but goals are now essential, and I think Grant and Hernandez are potential routes to goal. Carolina moving up to the top of the league as a result of that goal going in. They're still drawing 0-0 away from home in their game. I didn't get a chance to catch who they're playing, but this is an opportunity for us to build a gap if they're going to drop points, but we have to win this game. And that's a terrible pass Was that Grant who's just given the ball away? No, Gomez gives the ball away, and now Morgan is giving away a penalty, and it's all going wrong. These first few minutes of this second half, and our season is being flushed down a toilet, and I'm not very pleased about it, as you can probably imagine. Stay out of my toilet. Keeper doesn't even dive. Well, those substitutions were effective, weren't they? 2-0 down. Hernandez has been on the pitch 4 minutes. Carolina are away against Austin Academy, who are nowhere to be seen. So it's a really poor performance from Carolina. But Atlanta are winning and starting to close that gap at the top. Ocean City have just gone ahead in their game as well. So they move a little bit closer to us. And I still haven't seen a highlight that involves Jorge Hernandez. I think we might have to accept the era of Jorge Hernandez is over, because he's just not very effective when he comes on now. We're demanding more again. We've gone back to the top of the league. Carolina must now be behind in their game. So we're hitting that point of the season where everyone starts to bottle it. We're going to come here, lose 2-0, and still be top of the league at the end of it. Vinicius grabs a goal back. It's 2. In fact, it's Morgan. Morgan's nicked that off Vinicius somewhere, because that was definitely Vinicius with the header. Let's have a look at it from the other side. I mean, they're both there. So I guess maybe Morgan did get the contact, but we need one more goal. One more goal would be lovely. We're not going to get it, are we? We've come here. We've lost 2-1. We are still top of the league, which I guess if we're going to lose, at least we're doing it on a day that our nearest rival are losing as well. But we definitely can't afford to lose the next one if we're getting that one automatic promotion spot. Right, shuffling things around a little bit for the Maryland game. Grant is fit enough to come back into the side, but rather than bringing him in on the left, we're going to try him up front. We need goals from somewhere. He is a natural striker. He's got 3 goals from 4 starts playing on that left-hand side. So let's try him up there alongside Takada. See if that maybe is a route to go. We've still got Hernandez on the bench. He can come on if need be, but he wasn't particularly effective in that last game. And Huyan is suspended. He picked up a yellow card in that last game and got himself suspended, which is very annoying. Right. I haven't got assistant manager advice. I don't care for it. We'll try that one. It's so long since I've had to think about a team talk. Now even my assistant manager is bottling him. I don't know what to say, boss. I don't know what to say. We've done 3 straight wins and then lost like that. I've got nothing to say to these boys. Right. I thought that was Grant going to be in there, but the ball's actually gone out to Valdez. Grant is there, but the effort is saved by the Maryland goalkeeper. We need to definitely be keeping an eye on all of the other results around us today as well, because hopefully everyone else is in bottle job mode. We've seen Ocean City go into free fall in the last few weeks. It always seems to be the way in these American lower leagues. You get to this point of the season and then teams just take it in turns, hitting the top of the table and then hitting free fall until eventually one team gets there and manages to cling on to it. I'm hoping we manage to cling on, but anything other than a victory today, and I fear we might just be the next one that's going to hit the free fall button and end up about 5th and then whimper out of the playoffs. So there's no goals in any of the games so far in the first 20 minutes, he says, until Carolina and Arizona both scores. Oh, it's Atlanta, not Arizona, who are near it. Oh, no, Atlanta have scored as well. So both Atlanta and Carolina have scored. Arsenal have equalised against Carolina, though, so they drop back down below us. But Atlanta now are top of the league, and we are not looking like getting anything out of this game. We have created nothing in that first half. Come on, boys. We're better than this, surely. Where's Atlanta? Carolina are now 2-1, so we're down to 3rd as it stands. But a goal does put us back to the top of the league. It'll put us back up to 79 points. But we have less goal difference than both of those teams, who are currently above us. Severs with a good effort from range that their keeper has to get fingertips to. That's our best chance of the game so far. And it's from a free kick from 35 yards. I think that says a lot about how we're playing without Johnson and Hernandez. I think we've won a I thought we'd won a penalty. It's actually a free kick to Maryland, and Jorge Hernandez is out and warming up, and we just need him to recapture his former self just a couple more times. We just need a little something from you, Jorge. Just show us you've still got it in there. Ryan's going to come on as well. We're also going to bring Webb on. He can go in there like that. I'm tempted to go to a diamond and just try something a little bit different. Do we have a diamond trained? We don't. But we don't really have any wide players on the pitch. I've got my Streamer Showdown diamond. It's not going to have any tactical familiarity at all. But we can do this. We do that. Maybe this is how we grab a goal. We probably don't want anyone on ball playing defender though in this team. Right. Let's try this. I don't think we've ever used anything remotely gegenpressy with this Bourne team. So I'm asking them to do something they've never trained for, never done before, in a different shape. But we've got to roll the dice and try something different. Our wingers are dropping like flies. The one that we've got left is playing up front for us. There's got to be a goal from someone, from somewhere, surely. Somebody do a football. I can't believe this Bourne team is struggling for goals all of a sudden. But we really are. Without the Johnsons, who are only here on loan, which is alarming for next season if we don't get promoted. But without the Johnsons, goals are very difficult to come by. And now with 6 games to go, we're still in the mix, but we've lost position. We're down to 3rd place, 1 point behind, with a worse goal difference than the teams above us. And we do still have Carolina to play. Playing Carolina is obviously going to be an opportunity to jump above them. We play them next episode, but we don't face Atlanta. We need to get back to winning ways and fast. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.